Thank you everyone for joining this event and this talk. Is going to be a very, very fun one, possibly horribly crashing, but seriously, like I give my successful, I give it a 30–40% success rate. Seriously, and I'm being super honest here. So if I fail, please come to the dev lounge and we can show it again, like in less stressful environment, because it's going to involve a lot of network that is extremely unreliable, also beta software, also an iPhone, some mocap sensors, a Nintendo Switch, believe it or not, and everything tied up on hotel's Wi-Fi. So yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Okay. So my name is Axel. I am very French, but I've been in Japan for 11 years now, 6 in Epic. And has anyone played FF7 Rebirth? Okay, yeah, I just finished it 3 days ago, and the ending, I still can't get it out of my mind. I need to, I need some catharsis and talk about it to someone, so please come and have coffee afterwards. So, we've announced a lot of cool stuff for UEFN in March in GDC. There is this argument that UEFN is just more than making like Fortnite-like boxed fight games within Fortnite. I think there's a potential for so much more. And it's starting to happen, but it's still like very early stages. So this talk is to show the rate of iteration in crazy tech that is still feels like a minefield on so many levels, but like the potential for it in the long run is just tremendous. And what you can already do today on a live version, like the release version of UEFN, for incredibly cheap, is just mind-boggling. So this demo is about demonstrating iteration, pace, and just like the cost saving you can do by just prototyping and releasing stuff in UEFN. It will involve MetaHumans, it will involve mocap, and it will involve the newly released Livelink Hub that we have. It is great to create NPCs, let's say, in a game, video clips, but you can also imagine stuff as, you're a music artist and you want to release your next music video within Fortnite. This is actually doable today without asking anything to Epic. You can just do your own stuff with the current state in the tech. So, this said, in 40 minutes, I will try. This feels like a magic show, really. Have a MetaHuman running in UEFN, which is already like not a given, to be honest, and then use Livelink Face, which is an iPhone app, with the MetaHuman animator to have my face mocapped and running onto this MetaHuman. Then I will use this crazy cheap little thing that Sony has released a few months or maybe a year ago, something called Mocopi. Basically, they look like 6 small Apple AirTags that you just put on your body everywhere, and they're just like small accelerometers that will take your movement. And we are live streaming the data straight into Livelink Hub within Unreal Engine or UEFN, and we can just retrieve this data and have it used in a sequencer. So I will do this to mocap the rest of my body live on stage. And then we will try and integrate the face and the body capture within the sequencer. Add some devices to have it run, to have all the logic run in UEFN, and then try and deploy it to a Nintendo Switch, which is not like a dev kit. It's my personal Nintendo Switch that I play Zelda and Mario on. So if we can really do this in 40 minutes, I mean, it will be just a proof of how crazy fast iteration on this stuff is, because to get a mocap, even like a bad mocap on a commercial Nintendo Switch until now would be at least a 6 months process. And you would need to rent a mocap studio, and you would need a contract with Epic, a contract with Nintendo, stuff like this. A lot of legalities and technicalities, and it was super complicated. Now 40 minutes, hopefully. So yeah. So again, many moving parts, components, hardware, network in beta software. Doing this live, it's definitely not a smart move. Chris has told me like 5 times, even yesterday night, you should probably stop and just not do it and do it with videos. It would be much safer. But I am extremely stupid, so let's do it. So, and as always, everything is a lie. So the first part is actually not real time. The reason is actually I could do this real time, and this is exactly in the project that we'll be using afterwards. But the thing is, when you are maybe if you've used it in the past, you know, when you are making an animation ready to be used on MetaHuman, you have to we have to process for performance. We have this process that is using the backend of MetaHuman, and it's fast. By fast, I mean like 15 minutes, but like having the stage for 15 minutes and having like this bar going from 0 to 100 would be like excruciating. So for you and also for me, let's be honest. So I'll just remove this part. I just took the video yesterday night, and I hope you forgive me. I will just, let's pretend that this is live, and afterwards, I swear to God it is. Okay. So here I go. So this is the animation template in UEFN. This is just the template. Nothing has been changed. I'm just making a new folder here, and I go to MetaHuman Animator, and I create a capture source file. This is what you will be, when you make a live animation in the Live Link Face app on iOS with anything from an iPhone 10, let's wait up, from an iPhone 10, it captures, is using the Face ID sensors to capture the depth and prepare it for MetaHuman animation. And you can just then send the data to your windows. And just, this is the only thing I'm doing, is opening this. Okay, it's going well already. Okay, so, and we just need to feed this information from the iPhone to a capture source file that is right there, I'm making, and I am trying to, I will import the animation that I made yesterday. The capture source type has to be a Live Link Face archives. Otherwise, you can do this live, but it's like better results if you do it offline for now. And this is the Live Link Face folder that I've just downloaded from my iPhone, nothing else. This is like a 20-second thing. Then you go to Tools, you go to the Capture Manager, and you open the file that is me doing some. So this is obviously I am no tech artist. I am no animator. I'm a software engineer actually. I write C++. So this is me trying to do mocap. So enjoy the teeth and the tongue. Yeah. We are checking that, okay, this is a Live Link archive. And this is the captured data I have that I've just retrieved from the iPhone. Then I create what we call a MetaHuman identity that we will be using to create MetaHuman DNA. To create this identity, we will just feed in the footage I've just created, the captured data file I've just created. Because actually I've done this on this laptop, which is a really underpowered one. So that's one of the other things, like UEFN is crashing like crazy on this. So it takes time. Like just opening the file took me like probably 20 seconds. There you go, and that's me in my living room before my flight from Japan yesterday. And showing my teeth, and that's it. So what you do when you have this, you can see that you have a mesh that is not blended yet with the video footage. So first, what you need to do is to select one of the frames as a natural pose, so the software can identify the MetaHuman identity. So this is one of the processes that is actually quite long on non-workstation level hardware, so I am just helping you to prevent. There you go. You create your mesh. I mean, no, you're getting the mesh and MetaHuman, and then what we will need to do is the identity solve. That is a button that is right there. Okay, and now I have a mesh that is ready with this MetaHuman identity. And then you have this prepare for performance button that is taking 20 minutes. So I've just sped it up. You add teeth, and I will try and look for the frame of the teeth. There you go. I add it. I fit it. There you go. And now, because when I did it, I was not paying enough attention enough, you can see that you have the footage and you have a mesh blending. Beautiful. Again, this is like 10-minute process. This is crazy. On software, anyone can download like for free. Any kid, 10-year-old kid can make this. This is tremendous. And then you create the performance that will be used to create the animation that we want to retrieve and use in the sequencer. And you use a MetaHuman identity we've just created. And now you try and process, and you've got an error because I have failed to recreate the prepare for performance after fitting my teeth. So we just go back to the MetaHuman identity. And we re-prepare for performance, taking, again, 20 minutes. I am saving you this. And now that everything's good, we go back to a MetaHuman performance. And we try and process it. And I had my fingers crossed at this time. And voila. It's taking, like it's processing frame by frame. You have 2 passes. This is in real time, so this is like extremely painful to watch, I understand. But this is, part of a process. And this is creating in real time the animation from the MetaHuman identity we've defined. I've just sped up things just a bit. Again, this is a really underpowered laptop. This is definitely not a message to Epic to please buy me a new one. Second pass. And now we can export. And when you export, you make sure you do not select the base identity. This is one of the tricks in UEFN. This is like still beta software, a lot of stuff to figure out. You actually can't do this. You can do this in UE, not in UEFN. What you will need to do is do it on the face mesh of the MetaHuman itself. So we need a MetaHuman. To import a MetaHuman in UEFN, you can recreate yourself in MetaHuman using like mesh to MetaHuman and stuff. This is working beautifully even in UEFN. But I am just taking a template. My boy Omar somewhere. Where is he? There you go. Yeah, too much hair for this guy. Yeah, this one's better. The great thing about not having hair is like it's very easy on physics. Seriously, like you would be surprised how much like performance you lose having hair. So I'm just saying this, everyone should go bald. Like if this world is really a simulation, this would be so nice on the GPU running this actual simulation if nobody had hair. We're importing the MetaHuman, and now it's ready to use. Again, like this feels easy, but this is black magic. We are downloading high definition MetaHuman straight into UEFN in what 10 seconds or something. This is black magic, man. And now we can just then go back to performance, export the animation, and now you can choose the mesh of the MetaHuman I have just imported. there. And yeah, okay, I have a mic. And there you go. And that's the end of a fake live demo. Now we have a real one. So let's close this. And this is exactly the same project. You have the animation right there. You have my guy Omar right there. You've got the blueprints. Let's check him out. There you go, looking good. So now we have a face animation and MetaHuman. We need to be able to mocap this MetaHuman. Unfortunately, this is not doable by default. But we have Richard Graham back in, he's not in HQ, he's in Guildford, in London, at Epic, that has been working with Sony to have a mock-copy ready mannequin that is actually available online for free. You just Google live link UEFN tutorial. This is the very first link. It's been created by Richard Graham, and you have a link to download an FBX. That is the thing we're going to use right now. So let's create a new folder. We're going to call body mocap, terrible naming. And we're going to import the FBX I've just told you about. It's right there. Okay, and it contains 4 files. Okay, so we have a skeletal mesh here. We're gonna right-click it and create an IK rig to have our inverse kinematics ready to be able to use the skeleton efficiently with mocap. And we open it, and it's extremely, check this out, extremely painful, extremely complicated. We're going to click on auto create target chains and auto create IK. So has anyone done any rigging in the past? This is extremely painful. This is like weeks of work, but now it's like 2 clicks. It's like we're all going to lose our jobs, like seriously. At one point, this is crazy. And right now, so what we're going to do is creating the IK rig targeter to be able to have performance on the MetaHuman from the mock-copy IK rig we've just created. So let's just do this. And there you go. So as a target, so MetaHumans in UEFN use not exactly, but they are compatible with the IK rig of Fortnite characters. So we're going to just use this. And there you go. You can see the Fortnite default character. This is on the banana, actually. Now you know. And we are just going to run the target. Again, this is like, it used to be a lot of work, like not a long time ago, like 3-4 years ago. And now it's just 1 click. And you have everything, like, to a programmer, everything aligned. I guess, like, you could argue that maybe around here, like, bones could be better aligned, but seriously, I have no idea. So yeah, maybe we do need animators after all. So, but this is like definitely good enough for now. So there you go. And now we have a fully working IK retargeter we're going to heavily use. Now here comes the fun. Let's try and mocap me. So what we're going to need is we're going to go back to the mannequin MetaHumans. Where is the mocap thing I've just created? Actually, I created in the MetaHuman. No, this is not good. Let's move it here. And now all the broken file references everywhere. This is going to go so bad. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's save them all. And so we're just going to import the skeletal mesh in this world. There you go. And in the outliner, we select it, and we are going to add a component called performer component. That is exactly what it sounds like. And now you see that the subject name is set to none. So now we need a source to mocap from. To do this, I'm going to Tools and Live Link Hub. And in here, so you see, actually, so I'm using Mocopy right now, but this is like, we have other options. We have Pose AI, which is great. It's an iOS app. It's like, I think it's what, $2, $3 or something. I don't remember the pricing, but it's extremely cheap. Like, for this kind of stuff, it's great. Then you have a bit higher end stuff with Rococo. We're going to add more and more sources in the coming months. The idea would be, like, you can choose any mocap devices that is already usable in Unreal one way or another, and you can then use it in Fortnite. This would be the end goal. So, but for now, because it's fun and it's cheap, like, I forgot to say, but like the Mocopy Sony sensors are extremely cheap. This is what, $300, $400 or something. This is definitely super cheap. So it's great. Just if you have a small team, you just want to prototype, you just want to do something on your own, pet project, whatever. This is great. So we're going to add a source there, and we see that there is nothing, obviously, because we're not streaming any data. So now we go to my very personal iPhone, and we launch a Mocopy app. And now you first need to prepare to connect. So actually now you know that I have like straps around my ankles, around my hand. How do you say this? I forgot. Yeah, wrist. Thank you. I have one on my hip, and I'm adding one on my head. So I can look like an 80s gym coach. There you go. And then you just take your Mocopy. You have to set it in the box, and it has to be perfectly. So this is like, again, we're on stage, a lot of interferences. If a mocap quality is not amazing, please don't blame Sony or don't blame us. This is just the environment. Think of it as do it in your studio or your kitchen, like in a better environment, not here. So we are trying to connect the sensors. They all connect via Bluetooth. And this is the part where I start to stress a bit. Okay, I've got the hip, the wrist, the head, and the last ankle is failing to, oh my God, please, no. Okay, the last ankle is not connecting. Let's give it 5 more seconds before I go crazy. Ah, it's connected, thank you, okay. So now I just take all the sensors and just, it's a small magnet, you just strap it. There you go, this one on my hip. This one on my head. And let's now calibrate it. To calibrate it, you just take one step. Oh, yeah. Okay. So now you can see that my dream of being an underaged anime girl is now complete. Hey. Okay. I did not create this avatar, it's Sony. It's not. So, and I already got a warning like network communication is bad. So, yeah, let's not waste time. So, now what you need is get the IP from the computer you want to connect to. Please do not copy my MAC address. There you go, that's us. So I'll just go to network settings. Check that the IP is, thank you, dear CP table, for not changing it now. I appreciate. And no, so what we're gonna do is we have this small copy source that is already here, and I press this button, and if today is a good day, it will show. It is showing perfect. Okay. So now it's streaming data into Mocopi. So I set it to 30 frames a second and enable timecode source. This is for better communication and actually compatibility with a sequencer. And this is starting to look actually not terrible. And so we go back to our Mocopi mannequin, and in the performer component we've added, we have now the Mocopi skeleton, and hey, that's me, yeah. Okay. So we are now streaming live in Fortnite. So we have this guy, but we don't want to use this guy. We want to use our guy Omar. That's way better. Now you can look at the screen. Okay, so what we need to do is we have created our retarget component. No, we have created our IQ retarget. We now need a retarget component to be added to the MetaHuman in Fortnite. And before we do this, let's talk about a big bug in UEFN that took me like 48 hours to wrap my mind around it. So, which is actually, depending on how you look at things, not a bug like most bugs. It can be a feature. So, let's try and import our. Why are you not showing Fortnite game? No, I just want. There you go. So, let's just import the blueprint of Omar. There you go. Our boy's ready for some action. And so this is the thing that drove me crazy for like 2 days. In the LOD sync, so the LOD animation, the level of detail of animation is actually, it's not only the animation, it's also the skeleton. So when you mocap, you want it to be the same as this guy right here. So you need to, otherwise the sequence, what was the name? The take recorder, sorry. The take recorder will just take the skeleton, the LOD of the blueprint of the actor you are actually recording, not the one you wanted, not the LOD setting you want. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, that's okay. Just make sure that you just put everything to 0 here in the LOD sync, and you can thank me later. Otherwise, like, you will look like an alien with like arms that are suddenly 3 meters long or something. So, and now this is set. We can now add the retarget component. That is not showing. This is so great. Why is it not showing? Ah, it's not showing. Wow, okay. So that's another bug we are having live. That's perfect. So it's not showing. Let's see if it's a blueprint. Maybe it needs to be recompiled. Yes, it is. Haha. Okay. There you go. So now we have a retarget component, and hopefully the instance we have in our level has it too. Yes, it does. Beautiful. So we double check the LOD is everything forced to 0. And here we are going to select the, oh, it stopped streaming. Come on, not now. Not now, babe. Okay, okay, perfect. So we're going to take this guy, retarget, select the Mocopi skeleton here, and we are going to set the retarget asset to the one we've created 5 minutes ago, which is this one. No, the Mocopi mannequin, I think. Yep, that's the one. And now, yeah, okay, now I have a MetaHuman working in UEFN. Beautiful. So now that this is done, there you go. We are going to go to cinematics and take recorder. We're going to add our guy Omar. Nope, not the crosswalk, thank you. There you go. And before you do this again, I cannot stress this enough, set your LODs to 0. And let's do some mocap. I will just take my mouse, put it ready to record because I'm by myself. And OK, I press record, and let's do a small animation. Give it a few frames, again, underpowered PC. And now it's recording, so hey, left and right, and a few steps. And then I come back. And that's enough. There you go. So, thank you. No, seriously, and now, so this is OK. So I can, actually now if we have a Fortnite connection, like, because there's always the possibility that Fortnite is undergoing maintenance, or like a kid, like there's too many kids playing right now and the servers are crashed or something. There's always like, and this is like real life. This is like the actual released UEFN. This is not like a different backend version. This is the one anybody can download. So, yeah, so we do have this animation now. So what now we want is make it as simple as possible. Again, UEFN is great, but it's a minefield. It's in beta, so be nice to it. Make things as simple as possible for it. So now we have our animation. Let's just actually double check it, that it's working properly. So we should now have a cinematics folder that has been created. There you go, and that's the scene we've just, please open. Okay, there you go. So we have all the tracks and everything. And yeah, perfect. This is actually not bad at all. Okay, you even got the feet and everything. That's cool. So again, we have it. So now let's get rid of everything we don't need anymore. So I am sorry, gray guy. You're out. And Omar, we actually don't need the retarget component anymore. So let's just remove it, because it tends to mess with the transform part for some unknown reason. So let's go to its blueprint that is in MetaHuman, Omar, BP, there you go. We just get rid of that target, there you go. You save, no, you compile, then save. It's better this way. And now we had it, and it's beautiful. OK, so now what we want is to have, oh, please don't send me a message on Slack now. Come on, seriously. Come on. OK, OK, so now we have the body animation. We have a face animation. We want to make them into the same thing. So we could be creating a new level sequence, but it will bug. So don't do this. What we need to do is use the one we've just created. The take we've got right here. You've got the level sequence right there. So you just go to the scene we've created, and you go to your face animation. So this will be like the one that we've just recorded, but since we're not tracking my face, we're not recording anything, so you just get rid of it. And you can't because it's read-only, so there you go. No, it's not, haha. And you just delete it, and you're going to import the one I've just shown you first in the video where I show my teeth and my tongue, and there you go. And let's lock it. I'll save it, there you go. And is it working? Okay, so we have some interesting, this is interesting. So no, first of all, it is working. It is working. Yeah, that's, well, this is fun. Okay, so we are having an obvious misconnect between the transform of the head, the weight and the transform of the head compared to the rest of the body. This is interesting. This is a bug. This is definitely, I'm not doing anything wrong, but for now, what we want to do is change the weight of record animation. This is super hacky, but trust me, it works. Sources, trust me, bro. And you just put it to 0.99. The point is just to have it as close to 1 as possible, but just make sure that it refreshes the information that has been cached. That should be accessible in Unreal Engine, but we do not have accessible. We don't have it accessible to developers in UEFN yet. So by making this, you make sure you are. And yay! Actually, now do we have my teeth? I want my teeth. Yeah, great. So we have animation, we have a face, you even have a head rotation. That's good. This is actually very decent. So we save it. Now, how do we make it play? We have things called devices in UEFN that we use. Actually, we use them. Actually, let me get rid of my copy now. We don't need you anymore. Okay, I stop looking at talk. And the hip, and there you go. Let's kill the app. Let's also kill live link. So make sure no interferences. Let's make this as simple as possible. So we do have our fully mocap MetaHuman. That's actually quite good. And what we need now is have it played within a fortnight session. So to do this, we need 2 devices. The first one is going to be a cinematic. Sequence device is the name. Just put it somewhere on your level. And we will need a trigger to trigger it. And do you know how we call the device to trigger things? We call it a trigger device. Because it does exactly this. And let's just make sure that it's correctly aligned with the take we are playing, just to make sure that in-game I'm not creating something weird. There you go. So it's going to be here. So let's put it like in front of Omar. There you go, somewhere around here. Save it again. So now to play it, we first need to select the sequence we've just created. Which one is it? Scene 1 or Omar scene? It's scene 1. Okay, there you go. Is it though? But okay. There you go. There you go. And now to play it, we should have blah 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 blah. Play function. There you go. We pick the trigger we've just created, well, not created, but instanced. And when the trigger is triggered, you play the animation, the level sequence, sorry. And we should be good to go. I think we should be good to go, actually. So, 2 things now. First of all, we want it running on the switch, and to download all the data from a private session actually takes a few minutes. So let me get the switch fired up and connect it to Fortnite so we don't lose time on stage. To do so, you go to Project, and you upload to a private version. We call Mal, because I am this type of comment guy. And now, if it connects to Fortnite backends correctly, we should have an island code that you can't play. You need to be same account or in the same team to be able to play it, but you can play it from any Fortnite across Earth. Uploading. Please don't do this to me now. Oh, there you go. Perfect. So I have my island code. So I will just put the island code for now and load it while I try and show it on PC first. There you go. 1, 2, 9, 2, 3. There you go. Okay, so accept it, and it will take like, I don't know, like 5 minutes maybe or something to load on the switch. You can, so again, it's very small, but you can see it, private island code. You just select it, and this is the level we have just built. And when you hit play, it will matchmake and download all the assets that are currently being cooked on Fortnite's backend. It will take like a few minutes. And matchmaking is going to take like maybe 5 minutes or something to deploy correctly. And while this is doing this, let's try and connect to a session directly here. And no, do I really need to? Okay, close your eyes. Okay, I will just unplug HDMI for a few seconds, just so, yeah, thank you. I need to put my password and two-factor. I'm telling you, this is like, this is live, for real. There you go. Then I go to the Google Authenticator. This is how we roll, I love it. Set 8 9. Okay, I go. Please log in. And okay, we're good, thank you. And we are having Fortnite that is being loaded here. And it turns out the switch is ready before the computer. That's amazing, actually. Switch is not bad. But first, let's show it here. You'll see that actually the Switch will be ready before the PC. So props to Nintendo. This is fine. Session disconnected on this side. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Let's try and relaunch it. We are getting to uncharted territory now. Oh ho. Okay, the session is connected at least. Oh ho! Beautiful. So we have, this is like my personal avatar in Fortnite. As you can see, I love Star Wars, and as you can see, I love Star Wars and cats. And that's the one that's the MetaHuman we've just worked on. And I trigger it. And hey, this is the actual animation we've just created 10 minutes ago running on Fortnite. Yeah. And like you could say this is like not AAA quality and stuff. I fully agree, but who cares? It's running and it's great for prototyping and small games and small NPCs and stuff like this. It's amazing. So now let's see and if it works on the target switch, and then I can have a beer. Let's kill this session. I feel like they're going to. It will say like you've already logged in somewhere else or something. Okay, logging in on the switch. Okay. So I'm on my Fortnite lobby on my Switch and trying to load the island again. Hopefully it will not take 5 minutes, but maybe one would be acceptable. Finding match, connecting to server, waiting for matchmaking to commence. This is looking good. Preparing. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm getting into my edit session on device. Again, this is not like a dev kit or anything. This is like my own Switch I bought from Amazon. Connecting, please. Please. Please, let's do it. This is the last one. Sure, haha. I will not comment on this. I will. Let's do this. That's actually a very good question, and we have Chris to answer them.
It's an easy one, I think. You said don't create a new sequence because there'll be issues.
Yeah.
Could you duplicate the existing sequence so that you can keep your rushes separately from the sequence you're hacking? Like, is the bug still there if you just duplicate and then add your face to a copy of
So the thing is, you will have a problem in the transform. It will work, basically, but you will have problems in the transform as between the okay, so this has failed. Great, let's try again. Between the actor you have in your worldview and the actor transform in the level sequence. So if you can work it out, actually it works beautifully. But like for this demo, as you can see, I was walking and the start was not exactly the same position as the actor as it is right now. So it would have been prone to failure, but you can actually try it and you will see for yourself it's actually quite easy to fix. So yeah, you can definitely make a new sequence and then just you just make sure when you do this, you get rid of the rig for both the face and the body. Otherwise, as you know, it will not work. But if you do this, you can pretty much like bring any animation to the. It works exactly the same way as UE5.
What we may have to do, unfortunately, is
yeah,
you keep that in your back pocket.
That's fine. Actually, we got it running on PC. That's actually a huge win for me. And I didn't think it would go this far. And for the Switch, let's go 10 more seconds, man. Let's do this. Yeah.
Right. They're at the doors.
Okay. But otherwise, there you go. You can see that like in 40 minutes, we've mocapped everything, and we have everything running in Fortnite. This is crazy. This is like, I've never met this kind of iteration in the past. And yeah, the Switch is failing on me right now. So come to the dev lounge in 10 minutes, and we can all show it together and make new ones if you want with other MetaHumans. Thank you so much.